Okay, let's run this test to make sure the video looks good. If it looks good, we'll proceed. This is my newest build. It's Shen Drones Tweaker 180 FPVA. What this is I actually had a Shen Drones Mako that I liked, but I didn't love it simply because I am actually not a fan of batteries on the bottom unless you have like a GoPro on top to counteract the weight. I like my Impulse RC Helix for that reason. It's the center of gravity is perfectly centered because you got the fat battery at the bottom with a GoPro on top, and it balances itself well. But I don't know, battery on the bottom, it just felt weird. Mainly because I mostly do freestyle and not race. So I decided to tear it apart, and I brought all the parts to this frame that I had lying around. I hadn't built it yet. So all the parts are the same, except I changed the camera. Has a different lens in the front, and then I changed the flight controller. I had a Lumenier Lux on the other one, and this one is a Racer F303, X-Racer F303 version 3. So you gotta have to excuse me, I just got some dental work done and having a little bit of problems talking, but I'll do my best. So anyway, it's a Shen Drones Tweaker 180 FPVA. I wrapped the top of the bottom plate with Avery-Dennison wrap material, which is basically wrap vinyl, same stuff used to wrap cars. This blue is actually scraps that were left over from wrapping my buddy's Porsche. And then this is some neon yellow he had lying around. So let's see, it's got Skitzo 2204 2500 kV motors with Aikon SEFM ESCs BLHES. I'm soon going to try a D-shot on these if they're ready. It has an RROSD PDB at the bottom there with, like I said, the X-Racer F303 flight controller. This is version 3, which is basically the latest version. The latest version is 3.1, but they're exactly the same. It's just 3.1 has a little fix in screen printing because some ports were backwards, but the actual hardware is the same. And yes, it is D-Shock compatible. I have an FX7 something 99, I forget the numbers, VTX on the bottom there with the antenna, the TBS Triumph sticking right out of it. I managed a pretty clever way of attaching the XT60 through that hole there, and I just zip tied it to make it tight, and then use hot glue around it and around it in the bottom to hold it in place. And I think it ended up pretty clever. It should be a very good way to plug it in. The RX is an X4RSB with telemetry hooked up, and also RSSI is hooked up to the RROSD so I can see it in the OSD. The camera is a Runcam Swift in orange with a GoPro lens. And anything else I'm missing? No, I mean it's a pretty tight build. The camera is fixed at a 35-degree angle with foam, and I stuck as far back as I can to protect that lens, which is, you know, round and dome shaped, so easy to scratch. But I put it far back enough where it's protected, but I still cannot see the standoffs here. So I could probably go further back in, but where I put it allows me not to have to see those standoffs. So it's actually very clever the spot I put it on. The antenna holders here are by Grade 3D, and I've had them lying around for a while. Finally found a frame to put them on, and you know what? I like having the antennas like far away from the VTX. I know on these little quads it doesn't matter too much because it's still close, but I think it's better to have them away from the VTX antenna. It's just, theoretically, it's better. I did all kinds of funny colors for the hardware. I wanted to be a tweaker, so, you know, all kinds of, it's got orange from Bolt RC, it's got the purple hardware is from leftovers that I've had from some Impulse RC alien builds. Have some blue here, the standoffs are green and black, and then everything's soft mounted. It's got soft mounting for the PDB to just kind of like help prevent vibrations to go all the way up into the FC, and the FC itself is soft mounted. I had to file the hole so make it a little bit bigger, but I was able to manage to soft mount it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the build. I mean, just about all the parts except for the FC and the camera are actually used, but they didn't have a lot of flights and they're in pretty good shape. The motors have a couple dings here and there, but they're in good shape. So I can't wait to put it up in the air. It's not the lightest 4-inch frame I've built. I have a Bolt 180 that's a lot lighter, but I probably would say like 25 grams lighter. I have to weigh this one still. But this one can take a beating, and I intend to not be nice to it, so we'll see. So that's it. So here's some flight footage, because I'm not just going to talk to you about the quad and not show you how it flies. It's all DVR, because I don't carry a GoPro on it, plus there's no space for it really. But here you go, check it out.